Well, good morning or good afternoon or evening. This is Mrs. Robertson, and in my first period class today, it's March 1st. We are doing a review before our test tomorrow. And this was what we were doing for bell work. On the test tomorrow, you're going to get a point for your work and a point for your answer. So I want to make sure everyone knows what type of work to show to get their point. Here, we found the area of each rectangular face and then added them together. And we have 72 centimeters squared. Then we were on number 2, and our work would be to show the formula for volume. And when we substitute, here are the values. And now we're ready to find the answer. And with your calculator, 22 times 28 times 12. 7,392? That's a pretty big volume, but that's the answer. 7,392 centimeters cubed because it's volume. Now for surface area, we're going to add all of the faces together. My top, I have a top, the bottom, the front, the back, the right, and the left side. My top is 12 by 22. 12 times 22. Does everyone see how I got that? Do you see how to find numbers? Just trace it. 12 times 22, 264. And how many of those do I have? 2 of them. The top and the bottom are the same shape, right? Okay, you got to calculate good because I'm going to have you type in these numbers for me whenever I get there. The next one is front and back. My front is 28 by how long that side is. And that side is 12. So you're going to write down 28 times 12. What is that?
28 times 12.
Yeah.
336.
Is that what you get? And I have 2 of them. The front is 336 and the back is 336. So write that down. You have to do both things. You're going to be busy. Now I am going to do my right and left side. Let's trace the side. 22 by that is 28. So it's 22 by 28. So 22 times 28 equals
616.
616, and we have 2 of those. Do you see how to show your work on these kids? Now, when you add that all together, 32, carry a 3, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, carry a 2, 4, 6, and that's a 6 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 6 is 24. Did you get 2,432?
Yeah.
Great. 2,432 centimeters squared. They're not that big on the test, kids. They're much friendlier. All right, any questions? Now, there's at least one question where you have to find the unknowns. This is really easy, okay? So it says find the unknowns for the following. First, let's write the volume formula down. Volume equals length times width times height. Then we substitute. Under the V, you put 1,440. Under the L, a 15. Under the W, an 8. Okay? Can everyone in here do that? This is not going to be a hard test. Now we combine our like terms. I'm going to, whenever I do it on the test to help you, I'll put a bigger space there. 15 times 8 is, what, 120? Thank you. So I have 1,440 equals 120 times h. Now, Carter, what do I have to do to get h all by itself? Excellent. Yes. We're going to divide by 120. So now h is all by itself. So in your calculator, 1,440 divided by 120 equals what? Right. Your height is 12 meters equals the height. So what is the height? 12 meters. And on your test, you don't have to worry about the labels. They are already on there for you. Any questions on what type of work to show? Very good.
I know, Mrs. No, don't you stop it.
Okay.
I literally just had a kid ask me how to multiply decimals with a calculator.
Oh, no.
Oh, you mean there's a decimal on the calculator?
They did not know there was a decimal point. Does everyone in here know where the decimal point is on your calculator?
Reagan, why you do that? What are you doing?
This one.
Oh, no.
I was joking, and then he apologized to me.
Very good. Oh,
You're welcome.
well.
You'll get
I'm-
more views on this one now.
Yeah, everyone will watch that video. Everyone understand how to do number 3A? And everyone knows how to use a calculator and do your decimals? I hope so. Okay, now let's do B. First thing, write the formula for the volume. Volume equals length times width times height. Now we're going to substitute. This is going to be my length, this is my width, and height is our mystery number. We know the volume is that. So under V, you put 1,080 equals 12 times 10 times the height. Well, what's 12 times 10? So you have 120 times H. Jackson, what do I do to get H all by itself? Right, we're going to divide both sides by 120. And 1,080 divided by 120 is what? 9. 9 equals the height. Does everyone agree? It's 9, I guess, meters. It didn't have the labels there, but here it says cubic meters. Any questions on this page? How many could do a nice job on this if this were like your test tomorrow? All right, I'm counting on it, kids. Let's go to the next side. In this problem, it says a box is in the shape of a rectangular prism. Okay, rectangular prism, it's just a normal box. And I just draw boxes to help me think so I know what I'm doing. Okay? The length is 12. I'm going to say this is my length. The width is 5. And the height is 3. Draw a net and find the surface area. All right, so I always start with my top. The top is 12 by 5. Okay? So 12 by 5. Then I have, that's the top. Then I have the front. That's 12 by 3. It's a little smaller. That's a 3. Then I have my bottom, 12 by 5. Then I have the back. It's 12 by 3. Okay? Now I just have my right side and my left side left to do. It's 5 by 3. Well, this is 3. I'm going to attach it to a 3, and this has to be a 5. Okay? So when I fold it, these two sides match. Yep. When I fold it, this matches that, this matches that. Okay. Now I've drawn a net. Now we just find the area of each side. 12 times 5 is 60. And this is its match. Top, bottom. 12 times 3 is 36. Front, back. And my right and left side. 5 times 3 is 15. Now I just add them together and I will have my surface area. So I have two 60s, that's 120, two 36s, that's 72, and two 15s, that equals 30. So when I add this together, 222 inches, it's surface area squared. 222 inches squared. Any questions on that? Now the volume is really easy. What do I multiply to get the volume for this shape? Right. 12 times 5 times 3. 12 times 5 is 60 times 3. Did you get 180 inches cubed? All right, everyone okay? Now number 5 says find the volume of the rectangular prism. Volume equals length times width times height. So volume equals 10 times 5 is 50 times 6 is what? 300? 300 inches cubed. Any questions on that? What is the volume if it's half full? Well, you just divide it by 2. 300 divided by 2 is what? 150 inches cubed. Any questions on that? What is the volume if the prism is 2/3 full? 300 over 1 times 2/3. 300 times 2 is 600 divided by 3, and you get 200 inches cubed. Any questions? What is the volume if the prism is 1/5 full? Well, 300 times 1/5 is 300 divided by 5, and you get what? 60 inches cubed. Any questions? Now it says find the volume of this. Well, volume equals 5/4 times 4/3 times 3/5. Now you can simplify before you multiply. But kids, if you wrote that down, you would get at least 1 point because you showed work. All right? So then the 4s will cancel out, they turn into 1s. The 3s cancel out, they turn into 1s. And the 5s happen to cancel out. What's the answer to this one? 1 centimeter cubed. Any questions on that? Okay.